a lot of niggas have been panicking whether a recession is gonna happen or not. And while niggas have been making predictions and throwing out mad bullshit ass indicators just for clickbait saying that if this happens that a recession is gonna happen. But I'm gonna tell you some shit that where every time it happened, there's been a recession shortly after, except for one occasion. This is the inverted yield curve. Every time this shit has happened, except in 1966, a recession happened. In 1966, there wasn't a recession, there was a slowdown. But that's still fucked up. You don't want that shit for your country, right? So in order for you to understand this, you gotta understand how bonds and yields work. So if you haven't watched my other video on bonds and yields, go watch it and then come back to this. For my niggas who have watched it already, I'm gonna break down how it works. So as y'all know, feel me, bonds are a safe haven asset. So basically, whenever niggas is panicking about how the economy is gonna do, right, and they believe that a recession is gonna go in the future, or like overall the economy is just gonna be shitty, they're gonna invest in bonds, right? Now specifically, right, for the inverted yield curve, niggas are investing in long-term bonds. So all y'all know how supply and demand works, right? So if there's high ass demand from me, supply is gonna go down, and as the supply goes down, the prices for whatever the shit is a supply of, for me, becomes increasingly expensive. And bond price and yield is inverse of each other, right? So if long-term bond prices is going up, the yield for those bonds is going down, because the interest rates, the interest that you get as payment for investing in bonds are fixed payments. Meaning, feel me, let's say a 30-year bond, I paid a band for it. I'm just making this number up. Feel me, like TP, bro, don't drag it, right? A 30-year bond is a band, right? And let's say, feel me, over the course of 30 years, you get 25 cash each year, feel me, of that 30-year time span, right? Now, all of a sudden, if the bond price is going up and instead, feel me, it's 1.5, but you're still getting that 25 each year in that 30 years, then your yields, how much basically you making for it, giving up that capital in the first place, has went down. So a bunch of niggas, feel me, is going to be getting the long-term bonds, so the yield for that is going to be down, but while the short-term bonds is going to be high, right? But the reason why this is problematic in the first place anyways is because a lot of companies and banks, how they operate is that they utilize short-term debt rates and lend out at long-term debt rates. So basically, they think about your savings account, right? They say, I bet high yield savings, 3.8%. Feel me? You throw in a band in that bitch. They might take that band and they might loan it out to somebody else at a 6%, feel me, interest rate. So they're going to make that difference between the 3% that they're giving you and the 6%. And that's how that shit works. So, feel me, look out for the inverted yield curve. If we get that shit, we're fucked.